I mean, we came of age with nature. We came for hundreds of thousands of years. That's how in terms of our bodies and our minds and our spirits, we're optimally geared to be able to thrive. Maybe some of the easiest evidence is on a physical level. If you think of, you know, Elizabeth Marshall Thomas in her book The Old Way talks about her experiences in the 1950s with the Juwasi Kalahari Bushmen, and captures an earlier way of life, the Paleolithic way, a hunter-gatherer way of living. What you can see is women, it's part of gathering, they walk. You know, that sometimes they're walking 10 miles in a day, 5 miles out, hard work, and then 5 miles back. Men are sometimes running. They could run down a bull eland in over 100-degree heat, 120-degree heat on the desert. They were runners. We've been runners and we've been walkers. It's optimally part of our bodies. And now we create a world, a technological world, infrastructure, urban infrastructure, where we don't run that much and we don't walk that much. And now you look at the health effects and we have huge diseases. That's just on the physical side. So then we come up with all these all these domestic versions. And this is an example. I've written about technological nature and technologies that simulate, augment the natural world. And one of the overarching findings from my body of work is that these technological augmentations, they're better than nothing, but they're not as good as actual nature. And you can see this as anecdotally from our own experiences. Just think about running. Here we are in a nice location. If we were running, we would have the wind and the grass and the unevenness of the terrain, and every step would be a new encounter that our senses are alive to. We would be out in the elements. It's likely going to rain in another 30 minutes, and we would be aware that as we move away from the comfort of wherever we've left, we're going to be out in the elements, and we need to be aware that not only can we get out, but we can get back, and we have to take care of ourselves. And so there's an alertness, and there's almost like the zen of running, of just being present. And now you think of a technological version of that. Think about a treadmill. That allows for this emotion, much more constrained motion, which isn't as healthy for us, but still very healthy compared to not running. But you've taken away all the other interaction patterns that exist around it. And often, and I sometimes run on a treadmill, and I'm very aware of, I can tune in with music, and I just run, and I'm blasting sound in my, digital sound in my brain, and and I'm getting certain benefits, but I'm not getting all of the benefits. So what I'm highlighting here is both there's a physical component that I think is easier to document empirically, and then there's the psychological component of refreshment and restoration. And hundreds of studies have shown the power and importance of nature in terms of restoration and physical and mental health.